Okay, we're back here at Murray Yacht Sales in beautiful St. Petersburg, and there is once again Beneteau 49. Once again, we also looked at this 45, which is it's a 3-cabin, it's a 2015, and the only issue is that he converted one of the cabins to a workroom water maker generator storage, and it's a lot more expensive as a 2015. All right, here is once again, this is a one-owner boat, never been chartered. It is a roller furling with original sails, original roller. It's got new protective canvas on the jib. And it has a asymmetric spinnaker down below. It's got rub rails here, which are very nice to have. This teak is aging a little bit, but could be, it would probably hold, but could be varnished if we wanted to do that every year, as could that rail there. We're going to go up on board. There are little areas of stress cracking here and there. I'll point them out as we go. So this is not original Bimini. It's actually in really good shape. We determined that a canvas person for maybe $1,000 or so could re-sew a few things where there's some a little bit of wear and tear, and replace. There's a little bit there. We'll see the covers later on for the Dodger. This is really tall. I'll just show myself here. Yeah, that's me standing right up tall. Full Dodger is downstairs, and they are in great shape. This does have a bow thruster. It has 4 electric winches, big ass winches. The engine hours are low, as is the generator hours. This has teak flooring here, which is somewhat unusual. It's in pretty good shape. The only issue is if its teak gets really hot. But if you've got the Bimini up, that's not a problem. This back swim deck is the standard for that age. It is 18 inches roughly wide. Here is the locker, as we saw on the other 49. So the locker where your life raft would be. This does not have a life raft coming with it. These davits here are too lightweight for what we would be looking for. We would have to have that converted. The guys next door do that sort of thing, and it would be about $7,000 for a big heavy-duty davit, but it would be a system that had a big tall piece that comes out the back, and you could put solar panels on that. Over here we have the engine mount and engine lift. There is a strut here for this track vision, which supposedly is just like television that you can maybe only get in the Bahamas or something along those lines. These are deep lockers. The generator is underneath here. I'll just show you quickly. Earlier I dropped my sunglasses in there, my regular glasses, and so you missed being able to see me climb down into this locker and get my glasses out. And the Westerbeek is back in there, all looking good shape. And we're back up top, and no locker on that side. Stan he's 6'2" or 3". He put his feet up against that end and lay back with his head just slightly propped over here. So at the outside, it's at least 6 feet, and you can easily fit. The other side is the same. You can easily put 3 butts across there, maybe more. The running rigging lines look really good. From what we can tell, the standing rigging is in reasonable shape. The lifelines are plastic coated, which isn't great because you can't see how much rust there is or isn't on it, and so those would likely want to be replaced. but these lifelines would just be like $1,000 or so to replace those. This light here, somebody has done a job putting caulking around it, and also you can kind of just see in there caulking inside. Doesn't look like it's the best. Maybe that would get replaced or at least recaulked if it's leaking at all. Just a heads up about that. This stuff looks like it's in good shape here. Again, furling, in-mast furling system. This anchor is too small for a boat this size. In our opinion, we would double that size. They say everybody drags sometime, and if we can make that a lot less often, that's all the better. The chain looks to be in pretty decent shape, good size locker, and good shape on the windlass there. So work our way back to the front. It all looks fine. The deck seems to be in decent shape. As I said, there are some little stress cracks here and there. Really light use on this boat. And here's the cable. Easily comes up and down with my legs there. Not a problem. All right, let's go down below. Very low wear on the treads. Really everything down here that we saw, all the wood, there's very, very little wear. You can see just maybe a little bit right there. But that is it. This is it's humid down here. We were here in the morning earlier. This is the glass for the Dodger and the side panels for it. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels to completely enclose that. This has the bathroom with that circular thing on it. Let me see. I'm going to go to... There we go. Sorry. I didn't have it opened wide. Now it's opened wide. Little bit, very minor, little corrosion stuff. Nothing that we wouldn't expect. All of the covers look clean inside. There's a little bit of here. You can see this panel is trying to come down a little bit. Stan says it's just Velcro, and it's just the Velcro giving up. So you would take those down, reapply whatever it is that you put it up with to begin with, and that would be fine. All of these hatches have shade and bug, and they all appear to be in good shape. I didn't look at all of them, but the ones we saw. And then these lights just have just a sunshade, and you can see that kind of crappy looking caulking job there, which maybe it's crappy looking but works well. I don't know. So in here, this is the nav station. Looks really good. This is 2 to 3 people sitting across here. This is easily 4 to 6 people sitting around. And then there are 2 benches here. One right there and the other there. That's mobile, and that you can bring back to sit on this side of the table. And this table is it folds out and slides open, so it easily has 6+ people sitting around it. Things are pretty stripped out of here. There's some wind screens for the side ports. The little bit of yellowing on the plastic, but everything looks fairly decent shape. A little bit of cracking there. This is the other one. And double sink here. Just your overall view of this, the U-shaped galley that we'd seen before. 3-burner stove looks really nice, and microwave, EPIRB there. And then back here is the asymmetrical spinnaker, which has its own sock, and looks like it's in really super shape. Doesn't look worn at all, so it probably didn't get a lot of use, which you primarily just use it if you're sailing back from the windward back to leeward. Height-wise, these cabins, so this is my full height here, and this is several of our crew members' full height, and then this is about how high the highest part was on the other, so super easy to get in here and get in and out of bed. And these are Beneteau mattresses with springs built in all the way around on all 3 berths. This is the double access, folding doors, access to the starboard aft berth, and reasonably large bathroom here. And then in here, underneath here is a little bit of storage, and then the fuel tanks under the bed. And we'll take a quick look at the Yanmar diesel. Again, super low hours, a little bit of corrosion at the top, not unexpected, just around some of the joints. Things look clean in the bottom. Looks like it's all pretty much original paint. In good shape. Handholds up here as we walk along, and also here and here, which is very nice. Close things up real quick. Good. So what else? I think that was about it. So what we thought was that this does not come with a motor tender or dinghy, so it's about 10,000, maybe 12,000 for a good size dinghy with a 25 horse engine, about 7,000 for a big beefy davit on the back. The rigging, we don't know. It's been lightly used, so hopefully 12-year-old rigging will be okay, but we don't know that. If it needed to be done, 15 grand give or take. It's got AC, it's got generator. It does not have a water maker. Water maker would need to be added. I can't remember what that was, but installed is probably 12,000 give or take. But everything, it feels new. Stan said, you could have put this in a boat show and said it was last year's model and people would believe it. It's it just doesn't show a lot of wear and tear, except a couple of spots I pointed out. They're asking 238, maybe we could get it for 220. And then, as we just talked about, maybe you put in another 30, so you end up with 250, but massively spacious boat, as a 49, and a lot of low hours on a lot of pieces, so really good shape overall. And if we're gonna be thinking something's gonna cost up to 250, then I think it's a good contender. The 473s, the one I looked at this afternoon, and then the one that I'm going to see on Sunday is it definitely feels a little smaller. It's 4 years older, so, and it feels 4 years older. The woodwork feels a little more substantial. It's a little darker inside, just because of the style that was used back then. And there are other pluses and minuses that we'll go over, but a damn fine boat, and Stan backed that up. So that's it, short version.